I'm Del Martin from Knox Trail Forge. Today I'm going to show you how to use a flint and steel fire set to strike a fire without the use of matches or lighter or some other modern means. Becoming good at lighting fires in this way requires a known good flint and steel fire set, strength of hand, patience, and practice. So enough talk, and let's get right to it. Let me show you what's in my flint and steel fire kit. First, I have my fire steel. This is a hardened piece of high carbon steel. And then the second part are the flint stones. These are in particular quartzite. Now, it's really helpful to have one with a sharp edge, as this little flake right here. This larger stone right here, as you can see, is all rounded, and I would first break this to get some sharp edges. I have a nice little leather wallet. This is the kind of thing a colonial or pre-colonial American trapper or hunter would carry, and would carry all of it in a breast pocket to keep it warm and dry. I first recommend that you be standing. This is going to allow you, when you strike a nice glancing blow with the steel against your flint, it's going to allow you to follow right through. And so what I'm doing, you can get a little closer here, I'm striking a blow down against it and following right on through, and I am hitting them hard. What this means is that you have to firmly hold with strength of hand, hold on to the steel, and the same with the stone. I am holding very tightly against them. I am striking hard. I am also having a very positive angle of attack between the steel and the stone. So I've angled the sharp edge up, and I'm using a sharp edge on the steel. And if I'm working on one area and I'm getting sparks, and then after a while I'm getting less sparks, I'm going to change and go to a different place. So what exactly to do with the stone and the striker? The stone is held stationary and the striker is brought down hard glancing blow against the stone. You want to be bringing it down in a very straight line following through past the stone. What you don't want to be doing is sort of a C-shaped motion as seen here. Straight down, following through, and you should start producing nice sparks. In each of these strikes you will notice that I'm producing a lot of sparks. Don't get disappointed or frustrated if you're not producing sparks like these the first time. That will come with practice. The other thing to notice here is the nice straight hard glancing blows on the sharp edge of the stone. For me, that's really the key to producing sparks of this quality. The tinder I'll be using today is something that I have made. It is 100% linen or burlap or cotton that has been charred in a can. So in a can where there's no oxygen, it's been put in a fire and allowed to cook until the material becomes 100% carbon. This is the same as any of the little black coals that are left over in a fire pit. And this will catch a spark and hold it and become an ember. The second thing you want to have prepared is your fire bundle. And this can be any kind of dry material that works for you. I will get what works for me and show you. So I like to have a bundle of nice fine sticks on hand. This in particular is fir or hemlock branches. It works really well. I'm just going to set it in the fire pit behind me. I like to have a large piece of birch bark, and that allows me to cradle finer birch bark and hold it all together like this. And so what's going to happen is when I create an ember with the char cloth tinder, I'm going to drop it right in there, and then I'm going to blow it up into a flame, and then from there I'll go into my fine bundle of sticks, and then I'll be using larger and larger sticks to build the fire. Okay, so I have 3 or 4 pieces of tinder here. A generous amount, but not too much, and not just a single. I have my favorite steel and my favorite flint stone here. So the trick is you have to hold the tinder very close to where the sparks are being generated and underneath it. So I will show you what I do. Getting it kind of folded up. Okay, so you can see how I've got it. I've got a nice sharp edge. I've got my tinder right there. Some of it will get shredded, but that's okay. And the idea is that sparks will fall on the tinder here, and you will see them catch and start glowing, and we'll blow them into an ember. When that ember occurs, I'm going to quick grab my fire bundle, and I'll show you how that works. Okay, so once again, holding it in front of me and following through. Now, it's not going to happen the first time you try it, and I see that I'm getting some small sparks. Now, I'm seeing 2 things happening. I'm making sparks, and they're falling on it and going out, or they're falling on it and bouncing off. The third option is that they fall on it and catch, which is what you want. So you just have to keep doing it till this happens. And my nice flake stone just broke, so I'm going to set the piece aside and take advantage of that new sharp edge. Almost there, almost on that spark. Almost. There it is. So what I'm doing now is I'm folding my tinder in and around that spark. Okay, nice glancing blows, hard strike against the stone. You can see how I'm pinching the tinder beneath where the sparks are produced. A couple things to be noticed here relative to what the sparks are doing. They are hitting the tinder and going out. You see them hitting the tinder and bouncing off and then going out. And what you want to see is a spark drop onto the tinder and stick and start to burn. And it happens about right here. It looks like it goes out. Maybe strike again, but you can see it glowing in there now. Start blowing on it very, very gently. Blowing very gently. And I'm going to drop the stone and the striker. So now, having gotten rid of the stone and the striker, I'm going to keep blowing gently and fold the tinder in on itself, trying to grow that ember. And about now is where it gets dropped into the fire bundle. Grab my fire bundle. Here's my fire bundle. I'm going to put that ember down in there. And there it is. So now I would take this, I would put this in my fire pit, and then put all those very fine sticks on it and start putting on larger and larger materials, building my fire. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful, or you at least found it interesting. I do make the Fire Striker kits. They're available for sale on my website, knoxtrailforge.com. It is there. You can also leave me questions or comments.